Hi, Judy. I thought I'd just come on and finish my tea while we're chatting. I'm almost done. I have 6 minutes yet, but oh well. There's 2 other people waiting too, so maybe we'll start a minute or 2 early. How are you feeling? Hi, honeybees. Stormy Central Florida. Just sunny. Well, yeah, I guess it's still sunny out. Sunny and like 89 degrees here, and humid in southeastern Pennsylvania. Sorry you're having storms. It's going to sound like I'm having storms because I have this noisy window air conditioner on in the other side room next to me. And I have to have it on because it gets too hot up. I'm on the 2nd level and it's too hot up here without it. So my whole house air doesn't cool the upstairs down. Well, that's good, Judy. I'm glad you're feeling better. Just continue to take good care because, we need you. Hi, Nix. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my goodness. I am having some issues here. There we go. Hi, Mary from Oklahoma. Hi, Debbie. Frida, I think. That's how you say it. I seem to remember that's what you told me. Hi, Vera. Wow. Yay. Yours only works on 1 floor at a time. Well, see, I don't even have the dual switches. The problem is I have an old house and the upstairs was an addition and they put one heat/central air vent in and it goes into the bathroom that's up here, which is a very small bathroom. And then the other side of it comes out into the big room. And the bathroom gets like freezing, of course, or nice and warm in the winter. But the room, well, first of all, the room has too much junk piled in it, so it's hard for the air to move. But anyway, and if it wasn't for that, maybe it would be a little cooler up here, but it's still, even when I didn't have all this stuff up here and it was a regular bedroom, it still had issues cooling or heating the whole upstairs. Hi, Joanne from Canada. Welcome. I bet it's a little bit cooler up there, I hope. I had a friend in Canada. I don't know how it was a couple, but I think they're not a couple anymore. Anyway, they used to always complain about the little tiny black flies in early summer, and I never had them here until this year. So I hope somebody didn't bring them down from Canada. I don't know. I'm just teasing. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, Judy, I was going to ask you about that. I'm going to go over bonus points to make sure everybody understands them. Yeah, exactly. It is expensive. I just put in a new oil burner and oil tank in the fall, and they wanted me to do the AC unit too. I'm like, yeah, right. Well, what you want and what my budget says are 2 different things. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. It's only 2 minutes early, so thank you to whoever gave me thumbs ups already. Okay, so first of all, this is the host code for me for July. Nobody's having a party this month, but Donna Jackson will be having one August 4th when the catalog kicks off. I think I have to confirm it with her, but that's Donna Jackson. Next. I think Judy has her eye on some things. Oh, boy. And, yeah. So speaking of bonus days, this month is bonus days month. So whenever you spend $50, for every $50 that you order in July, you get a coupon worth $5 off something or things in August. So, you know, if you spend $100, you get 2 $5 coupons. Now, don't have an argument, ladies. Just don't lose them. Keep them in a safe place. I actually printed them and saved them so I don't lose mine because I have, yeah, anyway. And I'm not sharing either next this time. Anyway, yeah, so that's a good deal. Don't get this confused with your Stampin' Rewards. This is a totally different thing. You get an email and it has this long, I don't know, 10 or 12 digit number with a hyphen in the middle of it. And you need that whole number as your coupon code. You can save it in your electronic email because you probably can copy it and paste it into the shopping, you know, your cart thing when you're ready to check out, because man, it's a pain in the butt if you have multiple coupons to type all those letters and digits and whatever in. So yeah, I think I did that last time. I just copied and pasted the whole the whole bunch. I think it probably expired, Nix. Oh no. Yikes. Okay. Anyway, or maybe you used it. I can't remember. Oh, that's right. You won it. Yeah, I did do a giveaway last time. Okay, so that's bonus day. So it's a perfect month to stock up on things like, well, anything out of the annual catalog for sure. But also if you need your inks or your paper, your cardstock, any of your annual designer papers that you might want, yeah, that would be good. Good time to get it this month. Get your coupons and then get all the loveliness out of the new mini catalog starting August 4th with your bonus days coupons. All right, enough on that. If you missed out on the paper pumpkin, the Summer Nights paper pumpkin, which you had to register for by July 10th, that's done now. They have shipped them. They're on their way to people, including me, which will take another, I don't know, 7 days or something. It's slow, and now it's going to probably be even slower with all this mess going on in the country and the world. But the next one is called World's Greatest, and you have to register for Paper Pumpkin by 10 August to get it. It will have 9 cards, enough supplies to create 9 cards and envelopes, which of course I always end up creating more, you know. It's a distinctive stamp set. I have no clue what it's going to be looking like. I'm guessing maybe some kind of trophy. I think they're going to be more geared towards masculine, but they did make in a comment to us that you can use them for anybody, but the backgrounds or whatever they put on the cards are going to be geared more towards masculine. The colors are going to be Bumblebee, Gold, Mint Macaron, Pacific Point, Soft Suede, and White. So in case you're wondering, that's Bumblebee. Well, you know what gold is, right? I hope. Mint Macaron, Pacific Point, and Soft Suede, and White. So those are pretty colors together. I like these 3 together, and I like these 3 together. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I would never have thought to put those together, actually, but they work. They work, they work, they work. So let me put them back now. Hi, Philomena. Welcome. So that's Paper Pumpkin, and I always have a link below my video. If you want to do the month-to-month, click on the link that says register for Paper Pumpkin here, and do it before August 10th to be able to get this World's Greatest kit, which makes 9, has 9, enough to create 9 cards and envelopes the way they intended. Okay, if you really, really, really like Stampin' Up stuff, talk to me about joining my team. I'd love to have you on my little team. It's a little team. I've only been doing this 2 years, and I have a few people in the team right now. So for as little as $99, you get to pick $125 worth of product, and they pay the shipping on the starter kit. They also send you business supplies to help you get started, like some folders and order forms and all that kind of thing. And they usually also include a paper, like a past paper pumpkin kit, even though they don't really officially tell us that. Hi, Jen. So please, if you're interested, just shoot me an email at thedahliadesigns57@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to talk to you about that some more and answer any questions you might have. Ask questions before you jump, because I don't want anybody to get upset that they didn't understand something. Okay, now I had a question, and I'm going to do this first and get it out of the way. I have a Pool Party ink pad, and I have my ink refill. Somebody asked how to refill the ink pad, so I'm going to quick do that because it doesn't take very long. And then I have 4 cards tonight, and we're going to be using a variety of stamps, but primarily happiest of birthdays, and I forget what the other one's called. I'll tell you when I get it out again. Okay, so this is the bottle of ink, Pool Party, and this is the ink pad opened fully, and all you basically do is drop a bunch of dots all over it, give it the measles. You don't really need to go more than that. I think that's even probably overkill. And then I either use my plastic palette knife, although I stained mine, this one here from Stampin' Up, or I just use a plastic spoon, or even a plastic knife would be all right, because you might break the plastic spoon, and just sort of rub it in. And don't worry about pushing it down to the bottom, because when the ink pads store, that's the nice thing about Stampin' Up ink pads, the ink comes back to the top because they store upside down, which is what you need for dye-based inks. Okay, this is good and saturated. Okay, so just smudge it around, and then I'll clean that, and then just go like that, pop, and it's upside down, ready for storage and ready for use. So that's how you re-ink the ink pads. And let me wipe this off. I have a paper towel right down here. Pretty easy. And I store my, I'll show you that in a second here. I store my ink pads, my ink refills in these little scrapbook, photo cases. This one I got at a yard sale for $1, the whole case with 16 little, I think 12, I think 16 boxes in it. It doesn't quite fit the whole family, so I have like a subtles and a subtles 2, because there's 10 colors in a family and this fits 6, so the other 4 are in subtles 2. And then I have 2 cases for each color family, including the in colors. Yeah, it works good for me, and as long as you have your case laying flat, these are standing up, and that works perfectly for me, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. I don't have one of those fancy things where you just put the ink storage into with your stamp pad. I don't have that. Okay, so you ready for the first card? Yeah, but they're probably fine, and you just need the refill bottle, and it's if they're really, really dry, you might have to do it, a little more than I did, but I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to bring this back at the end, but any orders under 150 for July, please use this host code. It's also below the last couple videos, and it'll be below this one once it goes up as well. Thank you, Paula. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make first. It's using the happiest of birthdays, and actually I made this for someone because today is my cousin's birthday, and it's a male, and I knew it was his birthday, and I don't know why, but I thought I had another week till the 14th. Oh my gosh, so bad. So anyway, I have a happy little bit late birthday card going out. We're also going to be using the Old World Paper 3D embossing folder, love, love, and the stitched, rectangle stitched like, we don't call them framelits anymore. Mine were back when they were framelits, but the rectangle stitched dies. So let me put them aside for a minute. And then what did I do inside? Oh, inside I brought in another stamp set, and I'll show you that in a minute, to do the balloon and the little swirly thingy. The string is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Philomena. Okay, so we have thick Whisper White card base, and I'm just gonna use my bone folder and push it down a little further. Forgive my mat; it's not the cleanest, but I like to use my mats until they're like, and even then, you know, I keep them to do Stampin' Up and stuff down here below me and just bring it back up. I've already run this. This is actually 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and we are just going to glue that down first. And I am going to use the Tombow glue. I prefer wet glue, as I've mentioned before, when I have embossed items. I am sure the Stampin' Seal or Seal Plus probably would hold, but I just have a preference for the wet glue still for the especially for things like this that are embossed. I just exactly and I think his favorite color is blue, but I can't remember. He lives about an hour and 2 hours from me, but he's been he's like one of my favorite cousins. Yeah, I love the wet glue too. Okay, and then the paper that I'm using is out of In Good Taste, this paper, and it's this one here that has this design. It actually has little lines going through it, which I guess it's like tiles, and then the back of it is this, which you could use that, but I think this looks better. So I already, I think, cut that. Yes, and that is using the next bigger one than this. If you don't have the stitched rectangle dies, this and also this piece of Night of Navy, they're cut with the same rectangle die, and they are about 3.5 by 2 1/4. 3.5 by 2 1/4. Memorize that. We're gonna have a quiz later. Not really. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome. Okay, so now we're just going to glue that down horizontally. This is a really simple card, actually. Really pretty simple. And about 1/4 inch in, and then just center it top to bottom as best you can. I do it eyeball. I eyeball it. Okay, now we have to do a little stamping, and then we're going to have to use this one to cut out. This is one of the easiest cards. The next card is going to be the hardest card, and then we'll go back to an easy one, and then one that's sort of medium. It's actually easy, but it just takes a little while. The last one. Okay, so I'm going to pull in Night of Navy. This is one of my favorite neutrals that we have. I love Night of Navy. I didn't get it on my fingernails yet. Usually I get a little arch for some reason. Okay, let me figure out what I do with the stamp. Here it is. Okay, this is from the Happiest of Birthdays, the one that's happy little bit late birthday. How embarrassing. I really should have called them today, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the tail between my legs, you know, send them a card. I don't know. I should put a gift card in or something at least. Anyway. Okay, I do not have this cut with the die yet. Look how clear that stamps. I just love it. This stamp set only has 4 stamps in it, but I'll use all of these. In fact, we're going to use this one on the last card as well. Okay, let me get my tea out of the way so I can clean my stamp on my chamois, which I did clean before I came live. I was organized today. Sort of, kind of. Okay, now I do have to turn around. This is the next smaller one, and I'll measure it for you as soon as I cut it out. So I'm just going to turn around and use my die cutting machine, center it as best I can, and I'll be right with you. Thank you, Judy. And I'm using a sticky note to hold the die on once I feel like it's centered, hopefully. You know me and centering stuff. And I do have a helper up here with me at the moment. I don't think I got it centered, actually. Maybe I think I cut it crooked, guys. We might have to do it again. Yeah. I'm just going to turn it over and try stamping again. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Can't believe I did that. I must have not eyeballed it right on the machine. Okay. It's so hot. I actually have my hair pulled up and then putting a barrette too. That's pretty good. I don't usually like doing that on the stitched things, but oh well, we'll do it tonight. Okay, so I said I'd give you that measurement. Let me see. It is the rectangle that is about 1 3/4 1/16 by 3 3/16. They're weird. They're weird sizes. So anyway, let me put this back so I don't lose it in my rectangles. And then we'll just glue these two together. And then we're going to use a new product to back it. Because how I am with dimensionals, this would take me like, I don't know, 8 of them. And I don't really want to use 8 of them. So I'm going to bring in the foam adhesive sheets. You get 6 of them, and they are 4 9/16 by 4 3/8 inch size, this way and this way. And they're about 1/16 of an inch deep. And they work marvelously for die cutting things too, but I just cut a piece off and that'll go right on the back. And it'll keep it nice and sturdy. Oh, I definitely keep it real. I'm definitely real. Yep. Yepers. Yep. Only thing is, make sure you get it on right. It does go, the way I have this cut, it goes right up to the edge almost here. Okay. It doesn't really matter if it's on perfectly straight because it's going to be on the back. And then you just peel the other side off and you have one giant dimensional. And then we're just going to put that about here. I'm just gently laying it there. It looks straight to me. Woohoo! And then I had to move my cup and stuff to get my bling out. Oh, goodness. We're going to use the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels in Night of Navy. I have one left on this sheet. Yikes. In Night of Navy. I have lots left, but where did I put them? One over here. And I have a brand new sheet that I actually won from my upline. Thank you, upline. And one down here we'll put. So that's the outside of the card. Now we have to do a little stamping on the inside. Hi, Marla. Yeah, birthday cards. 4 of them, actually. This is the first one, and this is a masculine one that's going, one of the 2 of them are going to my cousin. Well, tomorrow because his birthday was today. Anyway, let me put this paper back away. Okay, we had to stamp on the inside, and that is using a different stamp set. Hang on. That is using the So Much Happy stamp set. And this, I think this is the one that comes with the dies in the bundle. I didn't write it on there. Hang on. Oh, what did I do with them? Yeah, here it is. The Happy dies, and we're going to be using them on the third card. But for now, I just want a balloon for the inside, the striped balloon, and the stringy thing. So I think I have them already out. Yep. Here's the balloon. Here's the stringy thing. And let's just bring back Night of Navy. Yeah. Well, I don't think for the same person. I hope. That would be bad. Oh, you sent me that card last year. And it was late last year, too. That would be really bad. All right, you know what? I'm going to actually do the string first. And I have noticed, don't rock this one. The skinny ones, if you rock them, you probably get a little smudging. So just try and go straight down if I don't drop it. And this is block H. Block H. There we go. And I have to move stuff out of the way again so I can clean my stamp. Or at least lay it there. And I already have this one inked up. And I'm going to blow on it because I let it sit for a minute. And there we go. Cute little balloon. It probably would be hysterical. He'd probably remember, though. And then I'd never live it down. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing? I saw your... Well, I didn't watch the video yet, but I saw the Christmas in... I don't know. Is it only for July? I don't remember. Sorry. I couldn't do it this year. Couldn't do it. I didn't know that in time, first of all. But I've had a lot. I think I'm done destashes now this month and possibly till September, October. And then I'll be doing non-Stampin' Up destashes again of just crafty stuff, I think. Possibly some holiday paper pads like Halloween, fall, Halloween, Christmas, and winter that are not Stampin' Up. Okay, so, but they won't be till probably September, I'm thinking. Anyway, and guys, I'm up to 2980-ish because I fluctuate between 2978 and 2982. Yeah, I can't help it, Nix. Don't watch. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, oh, Christmas and summer. There you go. Okay, so there is card number 1. Pretty easy peasy. You could spray this paper with, you know, like shimmer mist. If you mixed frost white in with some alcohol, which I have done before, but I didn't want to make it too shimmery. There, shimmer frost white. Mine's dried up. I actually is used up. You just put a couple drops of your shimmer paint in with the alcohol, and you have a shimmery mist. That would look pretty on the background, but I didn't think I needed it for a guy. So there's card 1. And I could see using any of that textured paper for the background. instead of running it through this wonderful embossing folder that I love. It does give it a lot of texture. I mean, it's very, can you see how it's like taking a piece of paper, wetting it, crumpling it, and then opening it back up, and you have all those ridges in it. That's what it does for you without having to do all that. So, love it. Okay. Okay. Card number 2 is going to take a little longer, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Let me get these out of the way. And find it. Here it is. This is card number 2. I went a little different. I went a little sparkly with the word dies, and I'm going to introduce a new embossing folder, which is actually in the annual catalog. Most of the things I'm using tonight, except for this glimmer paper, are in the annual catalog. This is called Meadow Moments embossing folders, and they're not part of any suite or anything that I could see. They're in the back of the catalog where they have all the embossing folders, and this one has little butterflies and flowers and leaves, and I love that. So what I did is I took a piece of Highland Heather and a piece of Seaside Spray, and I'm going to run this through the embossing folder. Now, this is not a 3D, so it's not the real thick one, but it does leave a nice, I don't know if you can see the texture. You see the leaves textured and also the little butterflies and things. And I'm just going to sort of watercolor paint those. And I'm not going to be picky about them not being perfect. You're on a spending freeze for a while? Yeah. Thank you, Jan. All right, I have to turn around and run this through the embossing machine, so bear with me. And I'm not going to show you the plates because starting next month, the demonstrators can order the new die cutting machine, the big one, not the mini. I don't know if I will be because I had to run out and get a new machine because mine, you know, kind of went bye-bye on me. But I do want the mini desperately. So as soon as they come out with that one, I'll be getting that. There we have it. So pretty as it is. But I just wanted the colors to pop. So what I did is I took Highland Heather and just push down and get your little dot of stuff there. And I did all the butterflies on here. And now this is the old aqua painter I ordered but don't have yet the new water painters from Stampin' Up. So forgive me for using the old one. And I'm just going to do the butterflies. And I'm not going to be particular. I'm going to try not to be particular. So this is the one that's going to take a little time. I don't have enough ink on there. Another thing you could do instead of doing this, if you have the re-inkers, just put a drop on a block, or a clear block, and then use your water painter. I actually prefer that way. Oops, I don't think that was a butterfly. Oh well. Not being particular. Another thing you could do if you wanted to, but it wouldn't look watercolory, is you could use the Stampin' Right markers and just color them. That would be darker though. That would be darker unless you, well, actually, you know what? It's the same ink as, let me make sure it's the same color. Yep. It looks slightly different to me though, but we'll try it. And then just use water. Am I in frame? Yep. And then what I used on the flowers was Misty Moonlight, which isn't a cardstock color I'm using on this card, but I just wanted the flowers to be a little different than the butterflies. And I left the vines or stems or whatever plain. I didn't paint them. So this is just a way to add a little emphasis on a card. And it's easy peasy. If you can dry emboss with a machine and have something to wet to add ink to, then you can do this. I'll look up in a second. I just want to get these butterflies done first, because there's a lot of them. I should have maybe had one, you know, magic of television. Oops, look, I'll start it and bing, there's the other one. But I didn't, because I wanted to get other cards ready too. One more down here I missed. And let me make sure. I think I got them all. Okay. Yeah, me too. Hi, Therese. The blue shade is called Seaside Spray. It's an in color for 2019 to 21. So it's last year's new in colors that are still valid this year as well. That's called Seaside Spray. And this is called Highland Heather in the purple. But I'm going to be using Misty Moonlight to do the flowers here. Now this sparkly stuff, this is in the holiday catalog, and that is called, that will be effective August 4th, and that's called Balmy Blue Glimmer Paper. And I think it's like my new favorite glimmer paper because I love that color. I love that blue sparkle. All right, so this is Misty Moonlight. I'm just doing the same thing, but I'm going to do the flowers in it. Again, not being super careful. Just trying to make sure I have coverage over the whole flower. Because they have little pointy petals. As long as I can make out that it's a flower, you know, I'm okay with it. There's one down here. Wow, 22 watching. Thank you, everybody. So glad you're spending your Tuesday evening with me. I appreciate that. It's really not much fun to come on here and talk to yourself, you know. Although I have been known to do that. Well, but I always just say I'm talking to the cat. So, you know, I don't talk to myself anymore. I'm talking to the cat. And sometimes she answers back. Sometimes it's like a meow, and sometimes it's a yow. Yell at me. Right now she's my assistant. She's sleeping on my jewelry making chair. I have a different desk for that. She is on the chair. I had to face it away from the desk though, because she was starting to climb up on the jewelry desk, which that's a no-no right now, especially. One more flower, which is good because I'm out of color. Okay, so that's that, and we'll let that dry completely. Now let me see, let me catch up. Lizzie, where's Lizzie? Hi, What Lizzie Presents. Welcome. Blues and butterflies. Oh, good. Yeah, me too. I love butterflies. Butterflies are me, and I haven't used them for a while, and that was part of it. Part of it was I wanted to use this embossing folder called the, what is it called? Meadow Moments embossing folder. That's in the new annual catalog, which is available now. Okay, and then part of it was because I have this butterfly gala, however you say it, which coordinates with the punch that I misplaced. Oh, here. The Butterfly Duet punch. This is a carryover. Well, it's not Butterfly Do, it's Butterfly Duet. This is a carryover from last year. They kept it. So I'm using that. And I'm also going to be using, which we're going to use next, Beautiful Friendship. And I'm just using this. And I think on the inside, yep, I'm going to use Birthdays Are the Best Days as the sentiment. And for the words, I'm using the Well-Written Framelits dies. Obviously, the happy and the birthday. And I think that's it. Yep. let me see. I already have that out. So, okay, so I'm going to use this stamp from Beautiful Friendship. We're going to stamp that on Whisper White. And then I'm going to cut it out with this circle from the Layering Circles dies. And it's about, I don't know. It's about 2.5 inches in diameter, roughly. All right, I shouldn't have put those inks away because I'm going to use Highland Heather and, where is it? Seaside Spray again. And we're going to use Highland Heather first. And I'm not going to stamp off either. I think this is supposed to be hydrangeas. My hydrangeas are not doing well. Okay, first time tonight I got ink on my pinky. Oh, and let me see if I put that down too low. No, I should be able to do it. Yeah, actually, to me, lives are easier than trying to edit a video and upload a video. However, I don't personally like to go back and watch replays of lives because I really just want to see what they're doing, and I don't necessarily want to read all the conversations again, you know, if I want to go back and see how something was done. So some people prefer just the videos. So I tried to do a mix of both. That's why my Saturday stamping, oh, I don't know why I was pushing on that, is a video. Okay, so I should have paid more attention. This was done here. So what I'm going to do is ink it, and I'm just going to turn it a little bit and get the color of the blue, the Seaside Spray, a little offset to the purple. And I think that's beautiful. iCads. What's an iCad? I forget. I have a little piece of paper on this stamp. There we go. Okay. Now, since we're here, I might as well color my, I already stamped the butterflies, and I'm using, well, I'll have to show you on the case. I'm using this one. Yeah. No. This one, I'm sorry. This one. This set here, and it stamps, it's hooked together, and it stamps like that to make it easier to punch out. So I've already stamped it. I'm just going to turn this around, then we'll punch that out, and then I'll die cut that. Okay, so for that I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends. So this is Light and Dark Highland Heather, and I hope this is the right, yeah, Light and Dark Seaside Spray, and that's all I'm going to use for them too. So this takes a little bit, but it's really not that hard to do. Okay, so let me just remember what I did. I think I just used the dark of the Highland Heather actually. And we're going to color in all the little dots along their wings, and also the inner part of their wings. Which, the alcohol markers, the blends? Yeah, I love the blends. To me, they're the easiest thing we have to color with. But we also have watercolor pencils, and we have the Stampin' Right markers. Now, the Stampin' Right markers, to me, unless you add a little water, they also can be a little streaky when you're coloring, but we are going to use them for a technique you can't use the blends for on the last card. So stick around. Might be a little bit of a long live tonight. That's okay. It's all good, right? All right, so we're going to use this for here. And here, it really doesn't matter how you do these. Make up your own butterflies, you know. They're blue and purple. What can be wrong with them, right? Unless Deb goes out of line. So I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Forgot to do the dots though. The only thing is when I'm coloring, it makes it really hard to keep up with the chat, so forgive me for that. I will check it in a minute. And I don't do, on these kind of colorings, I don't do, you know, shading light and dark and stuff. They're pretty simple. But you can do it how much you would like. Because it's your creation, right? Whatever you make is your creation. Now on that one, I had this as blue, but I'm going to make this purple on this one to separate, and then I'll have the blue just in those outer ones. Okay, I'm going to use the light. Yeah, I use the light just on this little strip here. You barely will be able to tell the difference, and maybe right here. Okay, then I think I only used the, I don't know if I used the light or the dark. Let me see. I think I'm going to use the light on the rest of the wings. Pretty sure that's what I did. So sorry I don't already have this all colored out for you. I usually try and do that, but oh well. Aw, thank you, Lizzie. Well, I hate to tell you this, guys, but I actually placed another order too. Also earlier today, before you placed yours, Jen, and I also did 2-day UPS shipping. Now, they did tell me it shipped. Actually, I think yeah, it was early this morning. They did tell me this afternoon that it shipped, but we'll see. We'll see, because I've been having, I sent out a bunch of, I'm in this group called the Art Bar, and they have what's called the Star of the Art Bar, and I got behind, and then, you know, this thing that's going on in the world happened, and I was afraid to go out to the post office. So anyway, I finally mailed 4 months worth of packages, and they were all supposed to get there on Saturday, and only one, I think one made it the day before Saturday, one made it Saturday, another one made it yesterday, and the other one has been in the state of the person since the 9th, which was 2 days before Saturday. And it just says it's on its way to the next facility. I'm like, well, okay, how long does it take it to get there? Yeah, I did. That is my last, though, for sure. There were a couple things I decided it was nothing like the first order, and I don't know that I'll do an unboxing. Okay, so this is the punch. Really easy to line it up. Punches them both at the same time. Boom. There we go. We have 2 beautiful butterflies. Now, it does have a stamp that does the little bodies. There's the big one and the little one, and it has the antennae, but I'm not going to do them this time. I'm just going to use the black, the dark basic black alcohol marker, and I'm going to use the nib end, and I'm just going to color that in the little head and the little tail. I'm not going to I might draw a line down through the middle, a bigger line, make it a little, just draw it in. a little body. Because I already have them having like wings. I hate to say what that actually looks like, but oh well. Yeah, USPS, well, is having some issues. And, you know, one of the reasons I was afraid to go to the USPS through this whole mess earlier is because actually the post office I took them to, they lost somebody to that as a result of complications from this thing that's going around. And in my other post office town, which is the one I live in actually, sort of, I live outside of a town. I'm in between 3 different post office. Anyway, another young fellow, like 30 something, just had a heart attack on his route. I'm like, oh my gosh. So who knows whether he had it too, or if he just was stressed about everything and had it. I don't know. Thank you. Well, maybe, Jen. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, sarcasm, Lizzie. I don't know. Is there? All right. I'm going to turn around and die cut my little hydrangea circle. I'll be right with you. Find my top plate. And put my scrap over here in case I need it again. Put this somewhere where I won't lose it. I don't know where that is. Down in my drawer, maybe. Yep. In with my layering circles, which are sliding all over in there, but anyway. Okay, so now we have this and this and this and the card base. And I actually already did the words, and I did a silly thing. This is the Seaside Spray cardstock. Now Stampin' Up now has also adhesive sheets. They're 6 inches by 12, and you can cut them down to whatever. So for the Seaside Spray Happy Birthdays, I cut them twice, and I did use the adhesive sheet, so they'll peel right off. But I actually had done the Balmy Blue glitter paper, which isn't available till August 9th. I mean, sorry, August 4th. I forgot to use it for that. So let's assemble our words, and then we'll assemble our card. And I used the happy and the birthday somewhere that are out of the well-written, well, now they're just well-written dies, and there's a well-said 2-set words and sentiment stamp set that goes with this too if you're interested. But I love it because it has happy, you, thanks, baby, hooray, love, groom, bride, friend, welcome, miss, birthday, wishes, sympathy. Plus it has little flowers, a bird, a butterfly, a tiny little butterfly, and a tiny heart. And some greenery stuff, I think. So I'm going to just stick these back in here real quick. Well, actually, let me just bring this out, because I'll probably, yeah, stick in there. Put that one there. See all the dies you get? Now it has this stemmy leafy thing, which I thought about using, but I'm not going to. And I forget I have these sometimes. So anyway, but I really like them. Okay, so let's assemble these if I can. So we have our sparkly birthday and our sparkly happy and our other happy and our 2 birthdays. And see, these have the adhesive on the back. So I'm going to leave one of them on for the moment and take one off, assuming I can get it. I might need my, nope, it peels off real easy. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Ta-da. And I just threw it on the floor by accident. You stay right there. Well, stay right here, Deb. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Hope so. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Very sweet of you. Okay. Anyway, I had started to say I'm at like 2980 something, and I'm gonna have a giveaway of some sort when I hit 3,000 subscribers. That'll be a subscriber giveaway, not a Stampin' Up giveaway. So anybody on my channel that's a visible subscriber will be able to participate. Okay, and this is the happy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Anybody remember that? Oh boy. There we go. Pretty good. Okay, now because I didn't put that on here, I'm going to use my, contraband glue with the fine point. Now, Stampin' Up does have a fine tip glue, and I do like it for certain things, but I'm not going to use it for these letters. It has a real fine point on it. But I like it more to use like almost like a glossy accents instead of as glue. Oops, and now I can't get the pin back in. Silly me. There we go. You clapped. Oh, cool. Yay. Okay, I just got a bubble. No bubbles allowed. This works pretty well, and I just dab it along, although I'm getting little strings all of a sudden. That doesn't usually happen with this glue. Maybe because it's so darn hot up here. I don't know. They don't usually like to ship in the cold, so I didn't think it would be a problem in the heat so much for this particular glue, which is Art Glitter Glue, in case anyone is using, which I'm not sponsored by nor paid by, and I don't have an Amazon link for it or anything like that. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I probably should be, because I do get some storage containers and printer ink and stuff from them. Storage containers for my paper and stuff from them. All right, and now we'll do birthday. So, other than crafting, what all do you guys do to pass the time? Or are you so busy with children and grandchildren and working at home and stuff like that that you don't have any free time? I'm like retired except for this and jewelry, so I have free time. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Good night. Thank you for coming. Ooh, 11 thumbs up. Yay. Thank you, guys. That's awesome. All right. Let me get my bone folder. Let's assemble this thing. Let me put my pin in my glue, because if I don't, it'll be a mess. So I did pretty good sticking them together, I think. And I'm not worried that I threw out the eye dots, because I'm going to use a mini butterfly as the dot, because I just want to. All right. Before we glue this down, though, I'm going to use a piece of this beautiful Seaside Spray metallic ribbon, 1/4 inch. This carried over from last holiday season. Isn't it gorgeous? Of course, blue is my favorite color, especially turquoise and pale glittery blue like this. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use Seal Plus, if I can find it. Here it is. And all right. And I'm just going to put this down about in the middle here on the ends. I'll put another row of it there. And with the Seal and Seal Plus, you just roll it. You might have to push your finger and start it a little bit, and then you roll it and then sort of tilt it up and flick it, and it comes off pretty easy. Just flick it. I sort of want it about in the middle. I thought I actually had another piece of this cut that's upside down, but apparently don't. And get my good scissors out and snip it. I'm in a singy kind of mood. I've been watching, anybody else a Pentatonics or an Avi Kaplan fan? If you are, Pentatonics just came out with some new song videos on their new EP or something, which I probably won't buy, but one of them is kind of a catchy, it's a cover song they do of somebody. I don't know, I'm not up on pop music, so I'm not sure who the songs originated with, but they're pretty good the way they do them. Okay, so I got my ribbon on. Now I can glue this down, and I'm using wet glue for that. Actually, let me cut that piece off because it's a little too long. And this one too. You love Pentatonics. I love their Christmas music too. The Hallelujah and Mary Did You Know. Just love those. That's how I found them actually. And then I kind of got hooked on them. And then I kind of got hooked on Avi Kaplan, who was their bass. And now he left in... Hi, Brandy. You're lurking today? We've had a pretty big crowd here today. Anyway, compared to usual. What was I going to say? Oh, Avi left, and he's on his own. And he does more like folk Americana, which I actually like. Because I grew up... Well, I didn't grow up with it. I grew up in the, 60s and 70s, showing my age here. Anyway, he sort of takes after like Crosby, Stills and Nash and Simon and Garfunkel and people like that. Bill Withers, he just did a Lean On Me cover, and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Okay, so that's what we did with that, and then this goes up on dimensionals, which I happen to have here. And Callie says hello. Hello, Callie. Go down and see Christopher. He needs to see you for a while. It's my kitty cat, Callie. And even though this has ribbon in it, I'm going to put one in the middle. Hi, Andre. I haven't forgotten you. I know your thing is over, but I actually have a Memory Dex card sitting here to send you. And I keep forgetting to take it downstairs to get it in the mail. So I apologize. Anyway, this is our second card. I'm kind of slow tonight. But this one's a little, the most involved card. Okay, so then I have to glue again. I just sort of glued the middle of these words and stuck them over this. So we're going to do that next. Back to my skinny tip glue. Good night, Lizzie. Sorry I missed you. I didn't say goodbye sooner. Oh, Hamilton. Yeah. I haven't watched that. I watched one reactor do one scene from it or something, but I wasn't getting the whole gist of it because it was just one scene, and then I kind of lost interest. But anyway, so when I get tired of watching Crafty videos, oops, I didn't mean to glue that whole thing. Oops. And I also don't want to put it on upside down. Now, I probably didn't need to use 3 layers on these because it's already bumped up on here, but because it hangs over the edges a little bit, especially with the birthday, I wanted to make sure that it would be kind of sturdy and not like get ripped as soon as you pull it out of the envelope or something. That was my reasoning, and I'm sticking to it. Well, I feel bad, Andre, because I said I would send you one, and I have your address right here and your card. And my problem is putting my cards with stuff to go, and I never know what to send and what people would like. Okay, so this one is also going to go up on dimensionals, and I just put one big dimensional right in the middle, and I put the pointy tip of it down towards the tail and the top. And I forgot a step with it. And actually, I did put glue just on this upper wing, the left upper wing on this one, I think. Well, I did now. And I also forgot a step. I took Wink of Stella and did go over these butterfly wings with that too. The little one and the big one. So we're going to do that too. This one's about done. But it still has a little bit left. And I have seen that you can open these up and put a little more rubbing alcohol in. And you get a little more use out of them. Let me do this one first too. So we do sell these clear Wink of Stellas. We don't sell any colors or anything. Okay. I also put on this one little blue sparkly. This is the blue glimmer paper. Love, love. So I'm going to take my punch and maybe, I don't know if I can get one out of that little corner scrap there. I think I can. I think I can. Boom. I did. Yay. And now I'll just pull that off because that's going to get caught on everything. Okay. And that I just glued down, I think. Nope, just glued down in the center, actually. And I put that right about here. Yep. And then this one, I glued down in the, actually, on that one, I'll do it again. I had another little butterfly, glittery butterfly underneath this one. So we're going to just do the same thing. We're going to put glue right down the middle, and I'm going to wipe some of that off or spread it a little bit because I don't want it to squish out. And so we're just gluing the two middles together of those butterflies. Oh, good night, Marla. Okay. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Judy. Okay, and I also still have some mailings to get out for July orders and Judy's party. So that has wings that flip-flop, right? So now we can just glue the bottom, the glittery butterfly down. You do have to let this one sit a little bit because it's on glitter paper. It wants to slide, so you have to sort of hold it in place a little bit. We'll push it all down, then pull the wings up a little bit. Be careful and let it dry good. Okay, then just so much going on in this one, right? We have these little butterfly gems, and they're in the In Colors from last year. So Purple Posy, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, Terracotta Tile, and Pretty Peacock. So we're going to be using a little blue one. I'm going to get my take your pick little paddle end. I'm going to put a big little blue one down here. And then I think I'm going to actually use, well, I'll use a big purple one. Let me see, yeah. Above the eye, like dotting the eye. On this one, I used a little one, and I don't think it quite showed up real good. I can see it, but it's hard to see it there. I maybe should have used a blue one on that, but I think it shows up all right on this one. The big one is better. And then I'm going to put one more little purple one up here. Purple Posy. And right about there. And I think that's it for the outside. Finally! They say finally! Okay, now inside, here's what I did. I just stamped in the corner that hydrangea again. And I think I actually did stamp off the purple that time. The purple Highland Heather, excuse me. And then this is in the Seaside Spray. So let's do that and then we'll be done. Except I had to find the sheet of white paper that I was using. Thought I had one here. I have one maybe over here. I have some cut. There we go. Okay. Let me get a piece of bad paper and this stamp and my two colors again. Thank you, Andre. The papers were Seaside Spray and Highland Heather. Cardstock by Stampin' Up, which I sell. So if anybody's interested in any of it. So I did stamp that off once that time. I think on the first one I might have stamped off twice, but it's okay. Let me clean that real quick before I stick it in my blue. Now almost messed up. And this one I'm going to leave full strength. And let me see how I want this. Maybe right there. Yeah, that's a little dark. Oh well, I'm going to go with it. Sorry for the squeaky. And then let me find my sentiment. Here it is. We're going to use the blue again. Let me get rid of this. And the punch. Just put that back there for now. So this is photopolymer, and usually I would say to use a piercing mat or mouse pad under it, but I did it before on here and it came out okay. The question is, can I get it straight? Going for it. I don't know. Oh, not bad. You made a pork and green chili salsa. Huh. Pork, you put the green chili salsa on the pork, you mean? I'll bet it would be spicy. I like spicy stuff. It doesn't always like me. And I can't eat super duper hot spicy because maybe because I have a bad, well, I don't know. I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico many years ago for work, and I'm going to use Seal for this to put this down. This is the new adhesive. I use Seal Plus for the ribbon. This is the regular one just for putting paper in. And again, do that little thing. There's like a little place to put your finger. Just sort of go down and then up and flick. That's what I was taught. Go down, up and flick. And then I'm going to go across, up and flick. Maybe just a couple more because I'm having such fun. There we go. Okay. I err on the side of make sure it doesn't fall apart. And whoever gets them probably just throws them in the trash anyway. I don't know. I made what I call dinner, which is lunch and dinner. So it was like 3 o'clock because I knew I have my live and I wouldn't have time to do dinner. So tonight I just made hamburger gravy over mashed potatoes with green beans on the side. Pretty quick dinner. There you have it, guys. Our beautiful butterfly birthday card. I don't think my cousin would go for that one. So he's getting the masculine one. All right, let me get cleared off here. Put a few things away. And the next one's going to be a lot shorter, guys, and easy. And the last one will be somewhere in between the first one and this one, as far as how long. And we'll be using the Stampin' Rate for that. So let me put my embossing folder over here and my Seaside Spray ribbon. I will try and get these up on my blog. Oh, I might try and have them up tomorrow afternoon. Aren't these cute butterfly gems? They're really sparkly too. Anyway, let me put them away. My paper's away. Okay. So the next one. Okay, here we go. I have to get everything up off the floor. The next one I did one way, and we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to bring in this So Much Happy again, and the dies called Happy Dies. And I loved it mostly for that big happy word, so that's what we're going to use. But it has like happy to have you in my life, to celebrate you, birthday, which is what we're using, to know you, happy to know you, happy graduation, so very happy to know you. And then you've got 4 different balloons you can stamp. The dies also have 2 balloons. You got the string, which we used on that first card inside. And we use this little balloon on the inside. It has a little bow, which you can die cut. And it's got this thing that looks like a cloud border almost, which I have ideas for, but I didn't do tonight. And then you have some borders, and I'm dropping stuff. Oh, hang on. It also has a die cut balloon string, which is what we're going to use. Okay, so the first card I did for this is this one, but we're not going to make it exactly. Now, let me tell you what I did here, though. I used this paper, which is the In Color Designer Series paper. And you get it in the colors Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider. And there's there's like words, polka dots, denim, and wood grain. So on this one I used the wood grain, but behind it I used the Flowers and More Memories and More cards, and this is one of them. See, it's like a journaling card. Yeah, we sure do, Judy, right? Late and girly, go for it. Oh yeah. So what I did is I die cut the happy on a slant, and I cut this down and put it behind it. And then this is birthday out of here, stamped in Misty Moonlight. And this is one of the, oh, and I used the Pick a Lovely Labels Pick a Punch, the fancy-ish one that's right here, in 3/4 inch strip. And I just used basic Whisper White. And then this is a sticker out of the Memories and More pack. It's this sticker here. So I only have one more. And then this twine is Misty Moonlight and Silver, and it's in the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. It comes with a white Just Jade gingham and the twine that I use. So that's what I started with. And then I thought, I want to try something a little bit different. So I brought out another piece of the DSP though, but I want to use the polka dots. So then I thought and then I was originally thinking I would use plain Magenta Madness cardstock, but it was too. So here's what I did. I brought out thick Whisper, no, I think this is regular Whisper White, but I ran it through the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder, which is part of the Peony suite in the annual catalog. But who says you can't use it for other stuff, right? So I don't know if you can see that there, I think. So I ran it through the embossing folder first, and then I cut the happy, but I didn't put it on a slant this time. And I think that looks pretty good. But I'm going to put it on still a Whisper White card base, so it needed a pop of color. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put balloons all over it. Let me get these out of my way here a little bit. So what I was thinking was we would heat emboss birthday on this strip of Magenta Madness. Hang on, guys. Excuse me. Take a sip of tea. So sorry. Yeah. And then I die cut a Magenta Madness balloon. Magenta Madness, yeah. I stamped this balloon with the stars. Hang on. Oh my goodness. My cat's looking at me like, what is wrong with you, lady? I don't know. And I stamped another one of the stripes in Magenta Madness, so I'll save you the trouble of watching that. And I thought they'd go here. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, it's live and I can't pause you. Oh, that's good, Jen. I don't either. I don't throw cards away, period, for a long, long time anyway, till I forget. Now, here's the thing. You can die cut these little strings, but I don't want them to all be in the same position. Excuse me. So, first thing we're going to do is glue the background down and glue this down, and then we're going to actually sort of leave these here as a placeholder, but put the strings, have them so that they're at different levels. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. Okay. This is cut to be, I think, 5 3/8 again. Yep. By 4 1/8. Both pieces of paper are cut to the same size. And I'm going to use wet glue because I don't have much room for error on getting it lined up. Put the pork in the salsa. Thank you, Philomena. What has gotten over me here? I scared the cat away. She ran downstairs. Excuse me. Okay. Am I right? Nope. There we go. Move it up a little bit. That's why I love the glue, because you get a little wiggle room. Oh, that's sweet. And they're nice to look back on. But I have a tendency to save everything like that. And so did my mom. Oh my goodness. I have boxes, but some of it I couldn't keep. I mean, I kept things that look like letters from her parents or her brothers and sisters, all of which are, she was the last one in her siblings. So now I have some other ideas for this die also, so they'll be coming up in a future video. Maybe not a live, maybe a video, but I'm just gluing it down tonight on top of the designer paper because it's bright and colorful and cheerful, and we all could use a little happy right now. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wish my dad had written more. He really, well, he didn't to me. Let me put it that way. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to now see, if I had been smart, I would have cut these out with the adhesive paper also. I'm going to use the fine tippy glue, and we'll just, I'm not gluing the balloons down yet until I get the strings placed, which might seem backwards, but that's what I'm doing, because I might end up cutting some off the bottom, and I do want 3 strings. Oops. So that'll be that one. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and glue that balloon down. And then the next one, we'll do the big one, the other big one. And I was thinking about putting a little bow right. Maybe we'll have this one go this way and crisscross like that. I think I'll do that. Yeah, it's been a rough year, huh? For all of us. My mom passed away in June, but she was 91. I guess she had a pretty decent life, except for the last few years. Around 4 or 5 years, I would say. But she loved her food and she loved her sweets, but they were part of what, oh, look, I used a scrap that had a butterfly on the back. I do that. I'm going to cut these off down here that are hanging off the edge. And now for the little guy. Goes right in the middle. I might pop him up on dimensionals. And actually what I'm going to do with him, whatever, is put a little, just a little dab of seal. If I can do it. There we go. So I can stick that tail down on it and then try. I should have done that on the other ones too. Why didn't I think of that sooner? All right. And then we're going to put that. Oops, it didn't hold. Why didn't you hold? I didn't put enough on. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a dimensional over top of him. Him. Called it a him. It's a balloon. It's an it. There we go. Okay. That'll help hold it. Plus, I want it popped up anyway. Okay. And then, let's see. Maybe just up a little bit. Right about there. I don't know. I guess I'll make the loopies even. I don't know. There. I should have glued the tail down. I feel like a surgeon here all of a sudden. Anyway. Okay, and then I'm just going to get my paper snipper scissors and snip them, the ones that are hanging out off. And then probably I'll glue them down a little bit better, but that can wait till later. Okay, so now we need to heat emboss our sentiment in white embossing powder. And so I need Versamark. And I need the word birthday from the So Much Happy set, which is a cling stamp set. Really pretty. Okay, so let's get this. It's looking good. Thank you. I like it. And I was going to flag the ends of this, but I don't think I'm going to. This is about it's not an inch. It might be 7/8. I might have got that a little fuzzy. I'm not sure. It's hard to see it. And my white embossing powder. And I didn't use my embossing buddy. All right, well, we're just going to dip and tap and hope I can get the stuff off. Yeah, it came out pretty good, actually. Everything's falling. Not bad. I have to make noise now, though. Get ready. Here comes. I'm just going to do a little on the bottom. And then I'm going to lay it down, actually. Magic. There we go. not, I just put that right here at the edge, or maybe here. I think I like it better up higher. I probably put the balloons over a little too far, but it's actually, I can just snip a little off of that. Let me do that. Let me snip a little off. Aw, thank you, Brandy. Just a little bit off. We'll just make it an even, whatever that line is. I don't even know. 2 inches by about 7/8 inch. Yep, I was right. And we'll pop that up as well and put that right there. And then I think that is the front done. So cute, cute. Look, I only used 2 instead of 3. Thank you again, Judy. Do we have a Jen? I don't think we have a Jen here tonight. Clay's not here. I think that's 2 weeks in a row. He's been making fancy boxes and stuff. I see him posting on Twitter, and he sent me an email about one of them. Okay, so on the front, on the inside, I thought what we'd just do is just take a strip of the polka dot paper and put it here, because I really don't feel like I want to do much more than that on the inside on this one. What do you think? Will that work? That's what we're going to do. We're just going to make it the polka dots. I'm going to go with the polka dots because we have one more card to do. And I'm taking too long. What time is it? Oh, no, we're doing all right. It's only 8:25. We're doing okay. So there, that's not too hard. And then this one, make use of your memories and more cards as backgrounds or as card fronts too. You could even, I could have even cut the happy out of the memories and more card, but I didn't want to cut those roses up. And the other thing I could have done, which I didn't think of till just now, is cut the memories and more card in half, so I'd still have half of it left for something else, and just put a piece of maybe other thinner paper, you know, like regular white cardstock under there, so it would even out with this one, so the top layer would lay smoothly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it's cute, 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 cute. Okay. I feel like I need something else on the inside, but I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Okay, so that's those two. Let me clean my, let me put my punch away first of all, because I don't think I need it on the next one. Clean my stamp to get the Versa mark off, because it is sticky and it will dry sticky on your stamp if you don't. All right, and my glue too. The next one, I need to use the Stamparatus. And I don't think I actually have a card finished to show you. We're going to be using the largest Stitch So Sweetly die. Ooh. And we're switching gears. I was thinking, where is it? Those are designer papers, what I'm trying to spit out. I know, here it is. The playing with patterns. I got this 6x6 paper pack because it looked like birthday-ish paper to me. Fun, you know, polka dots, stripes, and everything. So what we're going to do, what I did is I took 2 pieces. And you'll see in a minute. We're going to use the dots and the stripes. And I'm pulling in a Coastal Cabana card base, a panel of Calypso Coral, because the colors in this are Night of Navy, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, I can't remember which blue that is, and Highland Heather, no, Purple Posy, excuse me, and I think, I'm not sure which pink that is. So here's what I did. I took these papers I took 2 pieces and I cut them down to size, which is 5 by 4, 5 1/4 by 4. This panel is 5 1/4 by 4. So I cut them down to size. Then I put them together. Well, I guess this one on top. Because I put them together so they would cut at the same time. And brought in my trimmer. And I'm not going to remember the angle I did it at, but basically I did it so that it would cut like that. But I had it actually stuck over here somehow. I can't remember. Oh, maybe it was this way. There we go. It was like this. So I just moved it over so that this was at the 1 1/4 roughly line, and that something like that. And then I just cut them both. You get the idea. Anyway, I'll figure that out and put in my blog. And then what I thought I'd do for the one I want to do tonight is polka dots on the top, stripes on the bottom. And I have another one. I'll do an identical card after this video. And then, actually, do I want to do that, or do I want more? I think I want more polka dots on top. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to glue those down. And then I brought in this ribbon in Costa Cabana from Playing with Patterns Ribbon Combo Pack. You saw me use this on something else. Might have been Whale of a Time. I can't remember. I used it recently on something else. Isn't that bad? I make so many cards I don't remember. Yeah, that's somewhat true, Judy. I worked with the government for, not directly, but as a contractor for many years, so I know. Although I have to say, when you're a contractor, it's never close enough. It has to be exact. When you're the government, maybe not so much. I don't know. Hopefully nobody here works for the government. Anyway, these pieces of paper will line up with the Costa Cabana, so it's just giving them some, not Costa Cabana, Calypso Coral, excuse me. So it's just giving them some sturdiness to put on the front of the card. So you don't really need any foam tape or anything. It's giving me, you could leave a space in between them if you wanted to. We did that once in Call Me Crafty Owl's sheet load. Okay, so this is just going to be a divider here. And this Costa Cabana is a top opening, I think, card. I thought about making it a fancy fold, but I just wasn't feeling fancy folds tonight for some reason. All right. To figure out, I need some of this down here. And right here. And that's it. Just to hold my ribbon down. I pre-cut it off just so you wouldn't have to watch me fiddle any more than you already do. You like this look already? Cool. Yeah. So none of my cards are fancy folds or anything like that, but I think they're cute anyway. I mean, sometimes they are, but not usually on my lives, because then I'd have to pretty much devote the whole live to, well, maybe. All right, now we're ready to glue this down. And I'm going to use wet glue for that. Put a little extra on my ribbon. You could pop this up too on foam sheet or dimensionals if you wanted to. Isn't that fun? I think that's just so fun and happy already. But we're not done yet. Okay, so then the next thing is we're going to do this with markers. So let me show you what I mean. Bring in the Stamparatus, and then we're going to die cut that. This is basic Whisper White. It was my first one I was just testing it, and we may just use that because I don't want to take all night to do this. But I brought out the Stampin' Write markers in Coastal Cabana here, Calypso Coral here, and Crushed Curry, which is that color of the dots. So that's what we're using. Yes, it does, doesn't it? So all you do, and it's Stamparatus or some kind of stamping tool, preferably a Stamparatus, is what you need for this, because you are going to have to, this is a piece of thick Whisper White, which I would prefer to use because I'm going to bump that up on dimensionals after I die cut it, and I want it to be sturdy, and that's going to go right in the middle of the card there. Okay, so we're going to just take the brush end of the Stampin' Write and color on our stamp. Just the raised parts, obviously. And whichever word you want. You could even do like rainbow colors on each word, but yeah, no, not tonight. Not that adventurous. Not tonight. And then what I've seen other people do is just give them a good, although right now maybe not a good thing to do to do that. It is. It's a beautiful font. I love this stamp set. It's only got, like I said, the 4 stamps in it, but they're nice, big words, and I'm liking that. And I'm going to go over it again. The wishing, because it's pretty faint. You may not get as... Now, if you had... Another way you could do this is to take... what do you call them? Sticky notes. And mask off what you didn't want to ink, and then use your ink pad. You could do it that way too. But I thought, you know what? I got these markers for a reason. This is one of the reasons. So let's use them. No huffing that time. And see how pretty that comes out. And you can do it as many times as you want to get the saturation you want, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm not going to do this whole, I'm going to use the other one, but I wanted you to see that technique. And then, you know, you would continue down like I did here. I did the with the Coastal Cabana as well. And then I did Happiest Of. And actually, I got this idea out of the catalog on page 103, because they did it with this also in different colors and things, and they put it on a little bag as a label, and they tell you how to do it right here. So your catalog is a good resource for techniques too. So just so you know. Yeah, that's why I did it, Judy. I thought of you. So yep, that's one thing. So the other end of it is a writing tip, and it's a 0.5 writing. So for journaling and stuff, you know how I use that mostly? Once in a while on a stamp, or two ways. Once in a while on a stamp, if it doesn't color in real good, I might take it and like just go in and touch it up a little bit. But the other thing I do is I tend to stamp most of the time the backs of my cards in a coordinating color with the Made with Love and Stampin' Up, and I use a coordinating Stampin' Write to write my name, Made with Love by me. So that's what I use them for mostly. The black one, which is actually on back order right now, I use for other stuff too. So I'm going to turn around and let me get a sticky note. I'll use one of my little squirrels. Ooh, I just threw my plate. Let me get this about centered if I can. So the Stampin' Writes have the same dye in them as the ink pads, is what I'm told. I'm trying to get this sort of straight, guys, which you know me, and straight, right? Let me look in the thing. That looks pretty straight there. All right. I'm going to try and hold that on there. Be right back. I don't have my magnetic plate in tonight, so we'll see how I did. It chopped my little squirrel in half. There we go. And bring our card back in. And I'm just going to pop that up. I will use dimensionals this time, I guess. I could use foam sheet again, but I just don't. What did I do with that? Here it is. I don't feel like cutting it right now. I'm being lazy. Thank you. So yeah, the blends, you know, like these, they're the alcohol markers. They come in a pack of light and dark, each color. You can't buy them individually anymore. And I believe they're right now, not in the annual catalog, $9 per 2 markers, light and dark, which is nice for shading. They do it, they pretty much, you know, give it to you to do easily. And then the writes you can use on your stamps. Especially your rubber stamps. I have not tried that, I don't think, in photopolymer. So I'm not sure if they work as well with that. I'm just not sure. I'm just going to put 2 more in here. And normally I would do 3 more, but save 1 dot, right? Save a dot. All right, and then we'll take these off. This is a fun card. I'm going to make another one, but not tonight. I'm just going to use the opposite pieces. I could like this, I think. Now, I was watching Kelly Atchison, who's another demonstrator, and she's like up there too. She's not on my upline, but she's good friends with my upline. Anyway, she does like a tip thing on, I think it's on Wednesdays or something. Anyway, somebody had told her a good tip would be take a black marker and just put streaks on each of your sheets of dimensionals. And that way, when you peel them off and go to use them, you'll know which ones you haven't taken the label off of yet because they'll have a black streak on it. Right? That's a pretty good idea. I usually can tell just by the shininess though, so I don't know if I'll be doing that. And I think that looks good. Now let me see if I want any pretty little blingy bling stuff. Probably I do, because I always do. I always like blingy stuff. But I think it would be in here. I think we have matching ones. So let's just put a couple of these on. I'm going to use the paddle end. And it's funny because this crushed curry looks a little, this looks like it has some brown in it or something. I'm going to use a large Coastal Cabana down here. And maybe the next second large crushed curry up here. And purple. I guess I'll use a little purple. Where am I going to put that? Over here. They don't have any in Calypso Coral, but these are the Playing with Patterns resin dots. They go with the paper. That's sweet. I don't have the stamp set and dies that go with it, but there we have our final card for the evening. So let me bring everything back. Get all this stuff out of my way. So there's card 4. That was fun. I like that one. And this is card 3A and B. No, I didn't. Not this time. Now, there's another thing I thought about doing too. Like I said, you could use, you know, your sticky notes and mask off an area on your stamp and that just use your inks. But I didn't do that on that one. This was our second card. And this is my cousin's card. And somebody else some other time that I'm late for. So we have a masculine card and some pretty bright pink and some pretty cheerful happy birthday, and then our butterflies, of course. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, and if I can interest you in any Stampin' Up products, please use my host code for the month of July. Here it is for any orders under 150. Thank you, Philomena. Thank you, Nix. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, it is festive. Oh, thank you, Judy. I hope you feel better. Take care, and I will see you guys, if I can get my act together, tomorrow morning for Craft Our Paper Stash cards with Paige. And then I think the next one is Friday. What day is Friday? The 17th. Yeah, Friday I do my 4 p.m. live, which will be Christmas this time, using the new mini catalog stuff. And then Saturday is jewelry and Saturday stamping in the evening. Jewelry in the morning and Saturday, or no, jewelry at, morning, 10 a.m. and I think 5-ish or sometime in the evening for Saturday stamping. Techniques, tips, techniques, and more. And I'm thinking of using this Happy to do another technique that I'll go through on Saturday with you. Or another shaker card type. I'm not sure. All right, everybody, have a great evening and a great rest of your week. Stay safe. Hugs, love, and peace to you all. Let me put my little thing in here. And thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Makes it so much more fun. Thank you, Brandy. Good night, Nix. All righty. Bye.